Alright, it's the Cursed Prophet back with another video. I hope that you guys can hear over the fan. I have not posted this video at least 4 times. There's at least 4 recordings of this video done of young Dolph and his murder. My cousin around Thanksgiving was the first one to bring it up to me and really wanted me to read into it. So I pulled the cards. I had all the information. I saw everything that's coming into fruition now. But let me go ahead and just give it to you how I first saw it. So when I first looked up young Dolph and, I did the reading and I called the spirit forth and he came and sat down with me and my cousin, he was telling me that a fire sign was the one who set him up. As far as him getting killed, and he was saying the earth sign was the one who signed off on the deal, and I hope that makes sense. So he was pretty much saying like him and this fire sign, so that's going to be a Leo, a Aries, or a Sagittarius. Whatever this energy is and whoever this person is that is governed under this energy, pretty much I guess they were some kind of friends or associates, because him and the earth sign, he has pretty much said he was not friends with the earth sign, and the earth sign, like I said, is the one who got him killed. Now doing more further research, I see what I was seeing was true, because in his reading we saw that young Dolph was at a really big crossroads before he died. And I was watching damn it, I don't remember who I was watching. Somebody had made a video and was breaking it down. I think it was one of the truth tellers or somebody like that. But it was a black guy. I wanted to give him his credit. But pretty much he had showed me a video where young Dolph came out and was like, yo, I think it was 22 million. He was like, I've had 22 million, a deal for 22 million sitting here for almost 6 months. And I don't know what to do. And then he threw the packet, I guess, with the contract and was like, fuck the 22 million. So right there, that was kind of him saying, fuck the industry, fuck all that bending over and taking dick in the ass, fuck all these rituals. I don't want to be down. I've made this amount of money without you guys, so I can make that amount of money one day without you guys as well. Young Dolph wanted to stay true to himself and true to the game, and he went down with that bullshit. Regardless if he knew how deep, the shit went down in Hollywood, he knew enough that he knew that even though it was 22 million, he may have not reached that empire, or he had not reached that utopia of 22 million. He still had money, and he had a decent amount of money, and he was pretty wealthy, and he knew that he didn't want to lay down and do what they wanted him to do for that little bit of money, even though it was really big. And he knew how big this was because he was contemplating for a long time. So what we saw on the cards, like I said, it came through that he was in a really tough crossroads before he died. Young Dolph was going through something, and this was fucking up his mind and warping his mind. So I'm gonna guess the industry was after him for a minute. And I didn't know that. I believe there were either I know one for sure, there was one assassination attempt on him, and it might have been a second one. I think the second one might have been this one, or it might have been one before the one where he actually got killed. So decoding the stuff that he was saying, not just through the reading, because through the reading, like I said, he kept bringing the earth sign to the table, and then he brought the fire sign to the table, who was his friend. And then the earth sign was, somebody he associated with too, but he knew they were not friends, and he wasn't dumb about this. And that was the one who's collecting on his name now. So if you guys know who that earth sign is that he didn't fuck with, you go ahead and put it in the comments. But yeah, once I watched that YouTuber and he broke it down, don't believe the hype, because I was going after Yo Gotti, because when I did my research, I came out that Yo Gotti, I think, was a Virgo or a Capricorn, and there was some beef there. And at one time he did think that Yo Gotti and his crew had got him, shot the fuck up. Because I think one of the shootings he was with Yo Gotti. So, it was made to look like you with their crew. Something happens to you all of a sudden when you with them. Ain't nobody ever touched you. These niggas is out to get you. Kind of like them Tupac and Biggie shit. Because a lot of the stuff that happened to Tupac and Biggie was very surface. But it was so much going on around them. When they were trying to look into their intuition, they're looking at, what they've seen. And for Tupac, it was when he went to jail. That's when he came back and he realized, nah, it's not Biggie and all these other people, although there were other people who were around him who are still living who had hands in his death. But he figured out, nah, this is bigger. This is a government hit. They don't want me saying shit. My power, it is that shit, as well as Biggie. We are two, big niggas out here. And we done got in some shit, and these niggas want us dead. But it wasn't until Tupac went to jail and thank God for Young Dolph. Young Dolph does know who killed him. So don't you guys think that he died in vain. He knew that it was coming. He knew that there was only so many times that they were going to shoot at him before they killed him, because he knew he was not going to take this deal, not willingly at least. And they can't steal your free will. You have to give it over. But I do know that I've heard in Hollywood they have certain ways where they can coerce you into doing certain things, if you catch my drift. So the whole thing with Young Dolph, I'm going to even say, as a psychic, I was kind of wrong. And maybe that's why he wouldn't let me put out the video. Because once I watched this homeboy do it, who from the hood break it all down, he was like, nah, the first assassination, he was looking at it a certain way. Like, it's probably, yo, God, you're these niggas around me who I'm beefing with. And then there was an awakening moment for Young Dolph. And he said, if you look at, I guess it was the Illuminati, I guess that was his last album, or one of his very last albums, but he came out with that, and he was like, look at his music then and then look at it now. And he was like, most people, when you look at it, he was like, you're gonna think, oh, he sold out. Look at all the Illuminati and the hands and the evil eye symbols and things like that. You're gonna think that he sold his soul. But nah, he was like, what he's trying to tell you is he was trying to tell you straight up, these are the people who are after me. It was signs and symbols all through it. It wasn't about him being with them. He was trying to send you code, and we ain't catch on until the end. So Young Dolph knew what was up. May he rest in peace. He was a Leo, so I don't care how arrogant he was, because Leos can be arrogant. I am a fellow fire sign myself, and Leos are one of my favorite. I'm most compatible with Leos. I know he probably had a really big heart for those he loved, and even probably those he didn't even know like that. So I think it's very sad, and it's very sad that they were trying to create another race war with two rappers again on some Biggie and Tupac shit. Even though they weren't as big as this, it doesn't matter. It's still the same story. They say, what did they say? The player changed, the game remained the same. It goes something like that. You guys know what I mean. And excuse me if I'm talking so fast. When spirit go, you just gotta spit it out. And sometimes I jumble up words, and I've always talked like that. I think they call it rapid speech for us bipolars. But yeah, Young Dolph, yeah, he definitely was at a crossroads, you guys. He was really trying to do the right thing. I don't know what happened in the end. Well, we don't know, because we're not in the industry, and half of us have never seen him. We just know what they tell us, and what people like me pick up from the ancestors, and what the spirits are allowed to come through and tell us. But I'm gonna tell you this, I did see that he was at a crossroads, and if he did in the end, before he was killed, make a deal, and he was still taken out with the industry, he thought about it. He didn't just go in there and say, fuck it, they're fucking with me. He fought with them, y'all. He almost lost his life a couple of times, because he wanted to stand with his people, even if it wasn't just for black people. He just wanted to keep his soul. He wanted to stay straight edge and just get money the right way. So Young Dolph, this is a very sad story. You need to go back and look at all the rest of these rappers who got killed in the last 2 or 3 years, and some of these stories might start to match up for you. But they keep trying to put it off like it's one of the other sides, or like it's a gang related or something like that. And they're just running game on you from what the other guy was telling me. Now, you believe what you want to believe. This is metaphysical sciences. Let me tell you that all of this is alleged. I can't prove anything that I'm telling you. But if you work with spirit like I do, and you walk with your ancestors, then you know what I'm bringing you is truth. And you can go do a background check on your motherfucking self. I'm just here to give you the message. But, rest in peace, Young Dolph. I wanted to tell you what was up. So pretty much Young Dolph, was killed off because he wouldn't lay down and suck dick and do everything they want you to do in Hollywood, and he wouldn't sign the deal. That's all it came down to. I don't care about the rest of the shit. That's what got him killed. And there are two people around him who set it up. That's all that I do know. But from what it's looking like, it looks like them people are scared too. So they did what they had to do, and they chose to live. And Young Dolph chose to die. Another day, another nigga. Rest in peace to my ancestors. I want you guys to remember this. They can kill us all off, but they don't know where we go when we transition. They keep trying to tell you they know, but they don't. And a lot of us are coming back. And you just watch. Y'all did a whole lot of people dirty. People are coming back. And this ain't for me, because I don't want no war, no smoke. I'm not in no place to have no war with y'all. I'm going to let the revolutionists on YouTube talk their shit. I'm going to stand in the back. But I know what's going on. I ain't sleep. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Sounds like you were a nice guy. You got caught up in the game. I hope that you guard your son and your family and whoever's here. Oh, also, we did pick up a pregnancy. Did he have somebody pregnant here recently? You guys go and find that out for me. Is somebody pregnant and they have not released it, or was somebody pregnant before he died? So somebody is getting ready to give birth. They may never come out with this child, but somebody is pregnant by young Dolph, and there is another child coming. And that's where I'm going to leave this reading with. And he will be watching over his kids. And if you guys think they got rid of him, you haven't heard the loss from young Dolph. But he did tell me it will be a minute before he comes back and strikes. He's going to go heal up and go learn a little bit more. But he will be back in the next 10 or 15 years to collect and do what he needs to do. And he will be back for revenge. This was the Cursed Prophet. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into this channel. I appreciate you guys. You guys can now see me. I know that was probably stopping a lot of you guys from booking readings with me. I'm a regular old Joe. You see, I'm in here with the witch cave. You can't see too much of the stuff, but I'm in here with all the shit. I'm a regular old country Virginia boy. Holla at me when you want some real motherfucking work done. It's my favorite spiritualist says. Now, I can't take her logo, but you know, holla at me, you want some real motherfucking work done. Some of this Appalachian mountain magic. Can't none of y'all touch that shit. You don't even know nothing about it. And you can't find Appalachian mountain magic in no book. You may find books to talk about folklore and tales of the Appalachians, but you have to live here to get the magic here, just like you have to live in New York to get what they talking about. Certain things, just like you have to live in New Orleans to know actually where Marie Laveau was buried, because she's not buried in that fucking tomb that y'all keep drawing them motherfucking crosses on. They had been moved her body. You know the motherfuckers in Palo Mayombe and Santeria grave rob? Do you think they would really leave their voodoo queen out there for y'all to come grave rob and still graveyard dirt? Maybe at first. But I saw one of the old voodoo queens or old voodoo gods. It was an old man from one of those tribes, I think out in South Carolina, and I saw his where his gravesite was, and for where they had digging the dirt out, he had like 3 or 4 feet of his dirt gone. Like, they were damn near almost touching the casket. That's how many people had been out there getting graveyard dirt. That's crazy. I don't think we supposed to do it like that, y'all. I don't think it's supposed to look touched. But this is the Cursed Prophet. I do know that there was some of you guys who have requested some videos. I had to go watch some of the shows, get to know some of the people, and to tap in. I like to get a little bit of the person's energy before I do a reading. So some of them are coming for the new year. Just give me time. I'm trying to build up my brand. I have so many people sending me gifts and stuff. One lady sent me a box where she calls it my ambiance box. She wants me to start a whole business. I have a lot of people rooting for me on this YouTube page. So we got to build the clientele, y'all. We have a whole industry over here on the southeast coast here in Virginia, if that's the right direction. I don't know shit about geography, but if I'm on the right direction, the east coast, we have a whole lane that is here for me, and this is my area. So you got to come and fuck with me, because you ain't never gonna see no magic like I do it, period. So this is the Cursed Prophet back with another video. I appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. I see the subscriptions are going up. Let's try to get this the subscriptions down to 1.5K. I love you guys. Peace, blessings. Tomorrow's Oshun Day. Make sure you give your offerings of honey and coins and all that good shit. And may your life be blessed. Ashe.